Hey guys, welcome back to the creative room. I've missed you guys. Have you guys missed me as well? It's been a while. All right, so if you're joining me for the first time, please do like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, and please don't forget to click on the notification bell so that when we post new videos, you'll be the first person to get to know. Okay, so in this class I'm going to be teaching you how to cut an handkerchief flare. It's very simple, and it's going to be cut with freehand, no patterns. All right, so it's going to be it's going to just be cut with freehand. So the tools you need are your fabric, you need your scissors, you need your chalk, you need your pins. We really need pins, not much, but you need your ruler and of course your tape. Okay, so without much ado, let's get to work. All right, so I'm going to fold this fabric. This is a fabric of about 2.5 meters. All right, 2.5 meters. So I'm going to fold. Going to fold. Now I've folded this way. I'm not going to fold it into two equal parts because what I need is not up to that. All right, so I'm just going to fold what I think I'll need. If at the end of the day is not enough, I'll refold. All right, so after folding this way, I'll go ahead and fold again. Okay, so now that I've folded again, I'm going to take the measurements to see if I have what I need. Okay, so you fold as though you are cutting. Of course, it's a flare, but just that is a flare with a different design. That's why it's called handkerchief flare. That's why it's called the handkerchief flare. All right, so I folded it. So I'm going to check. Now I'm working with a waist 22. That's with a waist 24. That's divided by 4, you have 6 inches. All right, so since this fabric is folded into 4, I folded into 2 at first and I folded, so I have 4. All right, so since it's folded into 4, then I'm going to mark this point. All right, so let me see. So I need 6 inches here. That's much more than 6. So I'm going to come up a little to check. All right, so I have my 6 here, 6 inches here. Don't forget, if you are going to be using a zipper, if it's a stretchy fabric, like maybe with a neoprene fabric, then you don't need a zipper, you just put your band. If you are going to be using a zipper, please add your 1-inch seam allowance. All right, that's 1-inch zipper allowance. But for this, I'm just going to cut it as a normal flare. So now that I have my 6 inches, I'm going to confirm from here if I have an equal size all through. So this is 4 inches. If I don't, then I'll have to adjust it. This is 4 inches. This is 4 inches. I have 4 here as well. And I have 4 here as well. Okay, so from that part, I'm going to take the measurement of my length. All right, so I'm working with a length of 14 inches. All right, so I'm going to mark my 15 inches rather. 15 inches. So I'm going to mark my 15 inches. Then I'll go ahead and mark my 15 inches. I'll still go ahead and mark 15 inches. Keep going. I'll mark 15 inches. So I'm marking it according to. So I'll go ahead and mark my 15 inches and then my 15 inches. All right, so this is what I have. So now that I've marked it, I'm going to connect that point. I'm going to connect the 15 inches points. I'm going to connect them. All right, so Now that I've connected them, if it was the usual flare, the next thing to do now is to cut. All right, the next thing to do is to cut if it was the usual flare, but it's not the usual flare. So what do I have to do? I will just try and cut out this square that I folded. I'm going to cut out. You can do that even before measuring this thing I did. After you have taken your measurement and found out that you have the normal length you want, you can go ahead and cut out. All right, so after cutting it out, I've gone ahead to mark this point. I found that it wasn't clear enough for you guys, okay? So I used pencil instead of the chalk. The chalk is blending too much with the fabric. So this was what I marked. This was the 6 inches and this was the 15. So what I did was, from here, I marked 15, as you can see, like this, 15, 15, 15. So before I now cut out the square, so like I said, if it was the normal flare, we would have just cut out this circle, cut out this place, and then we have our flare. But no, it's not the normal flare. So this is an handkerchief effect. So the next thing to do now is, from this point, like if you want to get it really well, you could just place your ruler. If you have a long ruler, you just place your long ruler this way. Let me get my long ruler. Okay, so your long ruler, you just place it in such a way that you can just draw this a little with your chalk, faintly, just to know exactly where you should measure from. All right, so from this point now, you determine how long you want your handkerchief effect to be. All right, so I can decide to go with 7. You can decide to go with 6 if you don't want it to be too long. Some people go as long as 8. If you want to go as long as 8, definitely you know that you need more square. All right, so you have to determine that as well. So now let's assume, or no, I'm not assuming how. No, now I want 6 as the length of my handkerchief flare. All right, so this is my 6. So what do I have to do? I'm going to connect from the point of, like from the up here. Let me use a long ruler. From this point, I'm going to connect to my 6 inches, like so. All right, so this is my mark, 6 inches. Then I'm going to connect from that point again. I'm going to connect to the point of my 15 here again, just like this. All right, so this is what I have. So I'm going to now cut out. So instead of cutting my round shape, I'm going to be cutting out the all right, so this is what we have. So that's it. Of course, this plays well. That's it, and we are good. All right, so I will come to the waist here and also cut it out. Okay, so that's it. So we have our design. So when you open it, you have your handkerchief flare. As you can see, look at it. Did you see that? Look at it. So beautiful, isn't it? And some people go as much as doing double. All right, so they do double. This is a single handkerchief flare. Look at that, single handkerchief flare. If you want a double handkerchief flare, just the way we cut this, you are going to cut exactly. You are going to cut exactly, and then when sewing, this is what you do. Now, if you open it totally, you find out that it's straight at the edges. So you just overlock first before you start sewing. You overlock the edges first, or you fold it first before you now sew. All right. So by the time you overlock it or you sew it first, it will not be difficult for you to sew. You know, by the time it has handkerchief effect, it might be difficult for you to start holding it, but once you do that, it's free. So this is what we are trying to achieve. All right, I hope you've gained something in this video. Please, if you do, let me share your views with me in the comment section. You can share your views, you can give me your suggestions also, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you for staying with me. See you next time. Love you guys.